Hi, my name is Catalina Schlibener Muñoz. I'm one of the Institute Fellows here at the Queen's Museum, and right now my show Buenos Vecinos is up in Gallery 6, I think so. And I'm super glad to be here to talk a little bit about my work and a little bit of the archive, the World's Fair archive that is based here in the museum, and some of the objects that I choose to highlight related to my show. First of all, I should say that most of my work is about childhood or the construction of childhood, and inform my gender, class, and race, and inform my mass media, basically. So a lot of my work, I conceive my work as a collage or installation. Like I work in many different medias, but it's always started with a pre-existed image or book, or movies related to childhood, movies that I watched when I was a kid, or like many of us watch, or books that we read that in a way inform in a sometimes pedagogical way, how we think about childhood. So for many years I've been working with Disney material and with Disney films, and for this work in particular I've been working with two films that Walt Disney made in the 40s as part of the Good Neighbors policy. So a lot of the objects that I choose are related to the show and to that. So the first object that I choose is this Mickey Mouse made with the Mold-a-rama machine. I think it debuted in another World Fair in the same year, before 64, 65, I think in the beginning of the 60s. But then in the New Year's Fair, it has a huge present, and it was basically a machine that inject plastic and create little plastic figures and souvenirs. So we have many of them. These are some dinosaurs, but I focus particularly in the Disney ones. They were made in 2 minutes. They used to cost between $2 and $5, and I was really interested in this object with the fact that each of them is unique and it's in a way contain the memory of somebody. I get this on eBay, so it's they belong to somebody and they're souvenirs from the fair. I really like the idea that each of these objects is mass produced but in a small scale, and it's also they're all different within each other. And again, each of these is somebody's memory, so I really like that idea. What is in behind the object. The other two objects that I choose is these two books, A Day at the New York World's Fair. In particular, I choose this book because I use it to make some of the collage that you will see in one of the pieces in the show. Another object that I took from the archive is this little souvenir doll from the Pepsi Cola Is a Small World pavilion. Disney made many of the pavilions on the 64-65 World's Fair. One of them was the Pepsi Cola one. And it was the debut of the Is a Small World ride that it was created by Mary Blair. I'm really interested in the work of Mary Blair because basically she's the one who created the art for the two films that I'm working with in the show. So this is an amazing souvenir. Again, this is the complete souvenir guide behind the scene stories. This is the souvenir guide from also the Small World. This is a ride that basically debuted in the fair here in New York, and then in every Disney World I think in the world actually, they have their own version of this Small World. The other object that I choose is this card from UNICEF. It's really interesting because also the UNICEF, I think, was created and as part of the United Nations, I think in the fair before. But this is a card that a pop-up card that you were able to buy in the fair and send it, and it will be a fundraiser or something. So it was like, and it's really interesting because in the archive we actually find how these like cards were like mailed to somebody. So again, all these objects belong to actual people and their kind of memories as well. And the last object I choose is basically this folder with many pictures of the Bell system exhibit, and that also Walt Disney have a tiny part. This was like a phone. How do you call them? Like a cabin, or like a booth, basically a phone booth. That's how you call it. I don't know. So kids can like basically pick up the phone and dial. Apparently, each number is a character, and they will hear the recording of like one of the favorite Disney character. So yeah, basically those are the objects that I chose for this. Again, many of them are related related to the show I did. For example, the It's a Small World and these books. And also I include one of the Disney Mold-a-rama figures in the show that is kind of hidden in the space. So if you visit the museum, you can try to find that.